The Cold War was a decades-long ideological, political, and military standoff between the United States and its allies in the Western Bloc and the Soviet Union and its allies in the Eastern Bloc. Spanning from the aftermath of World War II to the early 1990s, the Cold War was characterized by intense rivalry, espionage, propaganda, and the constant threat of nuclear conflict. Origins and ideological divide. The seeds of the Cold War were sown during World War II when the United States and the Soviet Union emerged as superpowers with opposing ideologies. The democratic and capitalist values of the West clashed with the authoritarian and communist principles of the East. The division of Europe. The division of Germany and Europe into East and West after World War II set the stage for conflict. The Marshall Plan, aimed at rebuilding Europe's war-torn economies, led to increased tensions as the Soviet Union viewed it as an attempt to contain communism. The formation of military alliances. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, was established in 1949 by Western nations as a defense against Soviet expansionism. In response, the Soviet Union formed the Warsaw Pact with its Eastern Bloc allies, solidifying the divide. The arms race and space race. The Cold War was marked by a dangerous arms race, with both superpowers building up their nuclear arsenals. The Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962 brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. The superpowers also competed in the space race, symbolized by the Soviet launch of Sputnik and the U.S. landing on the Moon. Proxy wars and global influence. While the United States and the Soviet Union avoided direct conflict, they engaged in proxy wars in various parts of the world, including Korea, Vietnam, and Afghanistan. These conflicts were fueled by Cold War rivalries and often resulted in devastating consequences for local populations. Détente and the fall of the Berlin Wall. In the 1970s, tensions eased somewhat as both sides pursued détente, a policy of reducing hostilities. However, the 1980s saw renewed tension under U.S. President Ronald Reagan, who escalated the arms race. The fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989 marked a symbolic end to the division of Europe. End of the Cold War. The Cold War came to an abrupt end with the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. The Eastern Bloc countries gained independence, and the world witnessed the end of the bipolar global order that had defined international relations for decades. The Cold War was a complex and multifaceted geopolitical struggle that shaped the 20th century. The rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union influenced global politics, military strategies, scientific advancements, and even popular culture. The legacy of the Cold War continues to impact international relations and security dynamics, underscoring the importance of diplomacy, cooperation, and vigilance in maintaining global stability.